Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Straight ahead is a rematch of last year's NFC Championship game between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now here's a throw that's complete, and he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He'll fire this deep for... He's got it at the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. That one good for 37 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers flush to his right. His pass caught at the 4. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us to rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
25-yard.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown.
Robbie Gould lining.
And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago. And that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert. Boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami. From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers. He'll find Aguara complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. That kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And out across midfield down to the 45. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
First and goal, Green Bay.
He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
On first and goal, Washington, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The tackle.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On second down, it's Jones. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is third and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Josiah DeGuara with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
25-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. It's their third drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
On second down, Mostert looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's complete to Grant. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Mostert a first down carry. This will wind up only getting him a couple. And it'll bring up second down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's 2nd and 8. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Out of the gun now on third down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And a
great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes. He just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
First down, Green Bay.
Rodgers now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 11 more on that one and another first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
At the 3-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
17.
Davante Adams. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers again now. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 50, 30, the 20.
The two-point attempt is no good.
Boy, that got pretty close to disaster. Going for 2, you cough it up. They almost returned it all the way to the other end for 2 for themselves.
You think Electron ball security is in order here? Because and it's not just taking care of it. It's what you just talked about. What can result when you don't take care of it? They almost gave up a score.
John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
31-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Brought in over the middle by Graham. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw caught here by Bird. Touchdown, 49ers! Demir Bird in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers get a score closer.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
For San Francisco.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've come to an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
49ers 14.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers over the middle. That's caught by Adams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
They'll go again to Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
This is 3rd down.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
At the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The Packer fans, and not to mention members of this defense, likely hoping to forget what Mostert did to Green Bay in the NFC title game last year. 29 carries, 220 yards, and an NFL postseason record-tying 4 touchdown runs. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. And a tackle there by Quan Alexander.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Aaron Rodgers, the 8-time Pro Bowler with an 8-point second-half lead and looking to add to it. Here's Jones. He'll have another first down and more as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. throw with Rodgers. Throw left side complete. It's Adams.
Rodgers.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46.
He was tackled at the
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll move the chains.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
Aaron Jones. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to solve this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in about the time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
So now the Niners down by 16, 2:19 to play. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. And Kittle catching the slant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
1st and 10.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because
there he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
The 49ers.
Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rodgers. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
At the 29.
That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. It's complete to Graham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. Come on now.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside.
Robbie Gould lining up for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Gould with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with an even 30 seconds to go, everything will come down to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know, this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Green Bay, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans.